Hey y'all, Coach Ty here, and I'm here helping you make exercise fun, interesting, and playful. Today we're really going to target the interesting part because we're going to talk about knee pain while you're standing and walking and why that happens and how to make it not happen. Now, first things first. When you're standing and walking, what are the only things touching the ground? Your feet. Exactly. So, we're going to focus on the feet contributing to that knee pain, because the knee is, poor thing, just kind of floating in between your feet and your hips, right? You got all this stuff on your legs, you got all this muscles and tendons and bones, and the knee really doesn't get a lot of support unless the feet and hips provide it. So today we're going to talk about the feet. So in your feet, let me stand up. In your feet, you have arches. Let me see. You see mine? Right? You have arches. You can see my arch right here. And so, when you have knee pain in the inner knee, a lot of the time the arches are collapsed in what's called flat foot. So if you're flat-footed, and now this is supposed to happen. This is natural movement. My arch is supposed to collapse when I'm doing certain movements, especially when I'm loading my foot, putting pressure and weight on my foot. That's normal. That's a healthy foot. But the problem is when it's always flat like that, that's gonna cause pain in the inner knee. And I'm gonna show you why with my hands. So imagine my hands are the feet and that arch here, right? And so I'm going to put all the pressure in the arch right now. That's kind of what I was doing with my feet. And so now what my wrists represent the knees. And so now my knees, my wrists are going in. So if I were touching the ground, if I were on the ground, a lot of the pressure would be right here. And so over time, that would start to wear and tear on the knee. Because remember, we talked about the knee doesn't have a lot of muscle protecting it. It's really just ligaments, you know. It's like, it's hard to strengthen the knee unless you strengthen the muscles around the knee. So we need to actually work on your feet. Now, what if I'm not flat-footed, Coach Ty? What if my arches don't touch the ground? If your arches are high, that can also cause pain. So if your feet are rigid, which means when you try to collapse your arch, it doesn't really move that much, or it takes a lot of brain power to make it move. That's a thing too, because when that happens, there's force when you walk. There's the ground, the force from the ground, and the force from your step. And so if you're not getting that little bit of arch collapsing, that pressure has to go somewhere, and the knee is going to take it, because the knee and the inside of the knee and the arch of the foot are related to each other. So if the arch is always flat, then there's nothing to absorb it, so the knee is going to do it. If the arch is always stiff, which means there's too much arch, then the foot can't absorb it either, and so the knee is going to take control of that. A lot of times I find that people with stiff feet and don't have the mobility to lower their arch have knee on the pain on the outside of the knee, but it can transfer to the inside of the knee. And this brings me to my next point, is that what you really need is a movement and posture assessment. You need someone to analyze the way you move, the way you stand, etc. So that's how you get the best help, because if I can do that for you, which I can, we can do that online. You can book it right now, and I'll put that in the description, that link. When this happens, I can see the whole connection. I can see the chain. So I can look at your hips, I can look at your spine, I can look at your feet, and I can see how that all can relate and contribute to your inner knee pain. But so this is a very basic video for you to start paying attention to your feet. Are they flat-footed? Are they really stiff? those are the things that I would look for first, and then kind of see what else could be contributing to it. Because a lot of times the inner knee, a lot of that could be because of the hips, which is a different video because I don't want to put everything on video. So yeah, check out your feet. And if they are flat-footed, you need to work on strengthening your foot and really strengthening the muscles that produce the arch. You can do this with my short foot exercise, and I will link that into this video as well. All right, I hope this was helpful. If you really want to dive in and fix this, book your assessment, and I can take a look at how you move, how you stand, and we can really get in the nitty-gritty and fix it.